Good morning, students. Welcome back yet another episode of History and Civics. Today, the main topic of our discussion would be UNESCO, that is United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. UNESCO was established on November 4, 1946, with headquarters in Paris, having an independent secretariat of its own, headed by the Director General. It is also a general conference and an executive body of 50 members. The year 1979 was proclaimed as the International Year of the Child. The primary aim of the UNESCO, as specified in its constitution, is to contribute to peace and security in the world through educational advancement, scientific development and technology, cultural interchange, and preservation of cultural heritage. The UNESCO Constitution lays down, since wars begin in the minds of men, it is in the minds of men that the defense of peace must be constructed. Hence, to build these defenses of peace remains one of the main objective functions of the UNESCO. The UNESCO logo you can see, established in 1946, organization type specialized agency of the United Nations, headquarters Paris in France, objective to contribute peace and security by promoting international collaboration through education, science and culture in order to further universal respect for justice, the rule of law and the human rights and the fundamental freedom proclaimed in the UN Charter. Coming back to the main functions, its main functions may include in different parts. The first, we are dealing with the educational advancement. To work for universal primary education, distance education, an open school system, and also adult education for the removal of illiteracy. The UNESCO and the Lok Jambish, that is an NGO, started a project in Kaman village in Rajasthan to help disabled children to get admission in the neighboring schools. It gave advice and financial assistance for the education of the disabled children, the girl child and the woman. To give advice and expert assistance in school building, construction, preparation of courses of study and textbooks, encouragement of science education by providing regional training centers. To provide fellowship, study grants to teachers to do the research in the theories and methods of teaching and evaluation. It has set up an International Institute of Educational Planning at Paris for this purpose. To hold books, fairs at national and international level. Now we come back with the development of science and technology. To provide financial assistance and promote research in mathematics, geology, physics, oceanography, engineering, and technology in developing countries. To organize seminars, regional and world conferences of scientists, engineers, and technologists. To inform all countries about the progress in science through bulletins, exhibitions, and journals. Courier is the official monthly magazine of the UNESCO. To encourage the study of social sciences with special reference to the study of the topics like factors causing violence and conflict, violation of human rights, the future of the human race, improving the status of women, helping the youth in solving the problems, methods of conflict resolution and tolerance promotion techniques. We have now cultural interchange and preservation of cultural heritage. To help members states to preserve their cultural heritage, encourage translation of rare manuscripts to protect the monuments of historic or artistic interest. To encourage culture exchange, it gives travel grants to writers and artists under the project Mutual Appreciation of Eastern and Western Culture Values. To encourage countries to buy books from other countries under its scheme of book coupons to promote artist creation in literature and fine arts, to spread and distribute the knowledge about the human rights, to undertake projects in the field of mass communication like radio, television, film, new agencies, etc. Then communication. The UNESCO develops communication for dissemination of information. It has set up regional networks and deals with both hardware and software aspects of informatics. It improves the quality of the press, the films, the video service. It upholds the freedom of the press and independence of the media. India has been a member of the UNESCO since 1948 AD. India has set up the National Commission for Cooperation with the UNESCO since 1949. It promotes the UNESCO's program. The UNESCO provides funds and expertise for the protection of many historical monuments. UNESCO is collaborating with the French Rhone Prolin Institute. UNESCO is helping to restore the Taj Mahal by reversing the process of its marble yellowing and disintegration of the sandstone. So in short, we can say that the UNESCO contributes to a lot to the development of the human and other artistic values. To conclude, the specialized agencies of the UN have actually done good work over the years in their respective fields of work, whether it relates to the development of work, settlement of refugees, child care, health fighting, hunger and malnutrition, diseases, promoting public health, education and cultural, and funding the development projects in the underdeveloped countries. Similarly, the United Nations has also good achievements to its credit in the political field and in solving the dispute among the nations. So this is all we have for today. Till then, take care. God bless you.